Pass attempts. Shedeur, today, 42 pass attempts. Big yards, 364, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, but in the loss. Did he do some good things? Absolutely. But I think as you're trying to bring these guys along.
Make every call.
Shedeur hit the hot hand. Why would you take him off?
Yeah, it's a 2-point play. Didn't come through on our first 2-point play. Got to the second 2-point play, we didn't come through. But that's on me.
Was that play call yours or Tommy's?
I'm responsible for all of it.
Kevin Stefanski did not want Shedeur Sanders, didn't even want him in the 5th round. Kevin Stefanski has done everything in his power to keep Shedeur Sanders from succeeding in Cleveland as a 5th round pick against all odds. Even yanking Shedeur again for the potential tying 2-point conversion, going with the wild.
This coach is unbelievable, and even that word feels too small for the chaos he just created. He walked around acting like everything was under control. Then Shedeur Sanders walked onto that field and flipped the entire league straight upside down. His performance was so wild that people in the stands started whispering like something suspicious had just gone down, like they couldn't believe this level of talent was real. Stefanski didn't just lose a game. He lost his cool, his headset, and maybe the locker room in one single night. The whole building felt like it was starting to crack. Fans were buzzing like bees, analysts looked completely lost, and Stefanski looked like he was one refresh away from checking job listings like his coaching career just got intercepted right in front of millions.
The broadcast, it also said a lot of other crazy things, maybe I'll get to if I can remember it, but I saw a quarterback here that's getting good in the pocket, that's starting to turn into a magician. That magician work, and we're looking at this, and we're looking at what people are saying right.
Shedeur didn't stroll into Cleveland like a normal rookie. He stormed in like he already owned a VIP parking spot next to the team entrance. It looked like he clicked rookie mode by mistake and still managed to embarrass a whole NFL defense without even sweating. The stadium was shaking, fans were roaring, and Stefanski was on the sideline trying to convince himself that this wasn't a disaster unfolding in slow motion right in front of him. Then it hits. The ball leaves Shedeur's hand with this cold-blooded confidence that makes everyone sit up straight. Every throw slices through the defense like he's rewriting the sport in real time. Fans stop cheering like normal. Now they're watching something historic, like a full-scale takeover happening right in front of them. Defenders on the other side look confused, spinning around while this young star turns them into highlight clips for his next tape.
For conversion calls that I've ever seen in recent memory. But let's talk Shedeur Sanders. It looks to me like Cleveland might have found someone here for the future. I know you like Shedeur Sanders. You've stood on the podium and sung praises to this man's name for the last couple of years. Are you liking what you see right now despite the loss?
Cameras keep cutting to Stefanski to check if he's still upright, or if he's about to wave for someone to pull him out of the game like a tired fighter. After the second touchdown, the whole stadium starts whispering the same question. Where has this been all season? People can't understand how Shedeur sat on the bench for this long without the entire organization being questioned. The moment Stefanski calls that Wildcat play, the entire stadium freezes. His face goes from "I'm good" to "I need a long walk to clear my head" in one single blink. He looks like he's trying to solve a math test that nobody prepared him for, while the entire fan base watches his mental struggle in real time. Meanwhile, Shedeur is gliding across the field like he unlocked some secret cheat codes. Calm, sharp, locked in. Making veterans look like they just got hired for their first shift. Then their running back gets confused, not even realizing he's supposed to pitch the ball to the man in motion, and the whole thing looks like they pulled the play out of nowhere with no real plan.
What happened there? 4 touchdowns and a pick. He let the rookie show up a little bit. That's fine. That's fine. That's what's supposed to happen during the rookie season. It's a good learning experience. I thought it was a good learning experience playing from behind, getting extra reps, throwing the ball. He looks more comfortable. He looks better every week, like I've been saying. Even last week, he was getting a lot of hate for the 49ers game because nobody really watched that game and how that game went.
That's when the truth hits everyone like a flash. This isn't a breakout. It's a full takeover. Social media starts exploding. Analysts can't keep up, and conspiracy threads start popping up everywhere. Inside all that noise, Stefanski has this look on his face like he suddenly realizes he might be watching his coaching future disappear live on TV. Up in the booth, the Browns front office looks like they're pretending not to search how to quietly replace their head coach. The tension has turned into straight comedy, And then Shedeur shifts everything again. He drops a perfect 40-yard bomb, clean and effortless, pure magic, hitting his receiver in perfect stride. The stadium erupts like they just witnessed something from another planet landing in the end zone. Stefanski is standing there blinking like he's hoping reality glitches and resets the whole night. Every possession Shedeur touches makes it painfully obvious that keeping him benched wasn't just a mistake. It was a full tactical collapse on national television. Shedeur didn't just prove a point out there. He exposed an entire mindset.
Your running back doesn't even know that he's supposed to pitch the ball to the guy coming around. So it's like, it just felt like they just pulled it out of their butt and just ran something just to ran it. And it was just, agree with it.
Brand?
Yeah, I'll say this, and I agree with Jason to the point of he carried you all the way downfield. He got you all the way downfield. He threw the ball that you scored a touchdown on. If you wanted to take the ball out of his hands on the two-point conversion play, even that's fine. But he should have been on the field. You have a defensive coordinator in Denard Wilson who studies film ad nauseum, and he understands. And one thing that Denard is really good at is
analysts are already preparing months of debates because benching a player this electric isn't coaching, it's malpractice. Even the announcers can't hide the tone in their voices. They're speaking carefully, but the message is clear. Stefanski's job might be gone before the clock even hits 0. Then comes the moment, the play that shakes the stadium, the cameras, and half the city all at once. Somewhere in the building, a PR worker is probably already typing up "after careful consideration" as part of a press release. Meanwhile, Shedeur jogs to the sideline cool as ever, like none of this chaos is even touching him. Shedeur walks off the field like he just dropped off takeout instead of tossing the entire league into crisis mode. Whispers turn into rumors, rumors turn into sources say, and then that heavy silence hits right before the breaking news drops. Phones start buzzing across the stadium.
Every rookie quarterback, whoever steps in the National Football League, will have growth. They'll have growth each game. They'll have things you can do better. But do you see the potential? Do you see an NFL quarterback? Do you see NFL-level throws? Do you see NFL-level decision-making? And you see all those things with Shedeur Sanders. You saw a dime of a throw on his first touchdown pass His first touchdown pass was to...
And upstairs, the front office is pacing like they're waiting for a storm to blow through because they know exactly what just happened. Nobody can ignore a performance like this. Not the fans, not the players, and definitely not the people who almost left a star sitting on the bench under a game plan that belongs in a museum behind glass labeled failed experiments. Stefanski goes from cool and steady to looking like he's mentally scrolling through jobs that require 0 quarterback decisions. The stadium feels electric, like pure magic dropped from the sky. The crowd is so loud the ushers are looking around like they might need backup from security. The whole night feels unreal, the kind of energy that only shows up when something historic hits out of nowhere. Everybody feels it. The team, the fans, and yes, Stefanski feels it deep in his chest too. His exit doesn't even feel dramatic anymore. It feels like destiny pretending it's a surprise. People are acting shocked in that polite fake way, like when you pretend you didn't know about a birthday party you helped plan. Everybody saw this coming, but nobody wanted to talk about it until Shedeur made the truth impossible to hide, especially when the offense ran plays so jumbled that even the running back didn't seem to know who to pitch the ball to. Shedeur's performance was too sharp, too loud, too real for anyone to downplay it.
I want to keep watching Kevin Stefanski absolutely pee down his leg. I've tried to tell y'all, and there are people who are a lot more, they don't even use stats. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt because I want to make sure I have all the stats together. There is nothing redeeming about what Kevin Stefanski has done. You have to explain.
Coaches watching from home probably pulled out notebooks and highlighted every detail twice. The Browns didn't just find a spark. They kicked in the door like a full marching band storming through the building. Fans are grabbing Shedeur jerseys like they're exclusive sneakers dropping at midnight. Suddenly, the whole season makes sense. The strange moments, the questionable decisions, the confusion. It's like watching a movie that finally hits you with the perfect twist ending, the one that suddenly makes everything connect. Shedeur didn't just have a great game, he rewrote the entire storyline of the franchise right there on the field. In 4 wild quarters, he flipped a team that's been searching for answers for years.
We've been eliminated from the playoffs. We wait for Kevin Stefanski's press conference because he needs to explain why you would go for 2 when Shedeur gets us down and we're within a score. All we do is kick the extra point and we're down 7, plenty of time, and you did exactly what you needed to do, get the ball back. And then you got to go down there and go for 2, and then when we go for 2, we turn it into a circus act. unbelievable. This.
And when the dust settles, the truth is impossible to avoid. Shedeur is the spark, the storm, the magic that Cleveland has been begging for. And the wildest part? They almost left him standing on the sideline like a background extra holding a clipboard. Stefanski's quiet exit turns into instant NFL folklore while Shedeur's name echoes through the city like destiny showed up early. The energy in Cleveland is already bubbling like parade season is coming, and the year hasn't even fully kicked off yet. Now the only question left is how far this ride can actually go. Then Shedeur steps into the next game week moving like Cleveland's unofficial mayor. Reporters flood him, analysts act like they believed from day one, and former players talk like they coached him from their living rooms. Press conferences turn into motivational speeches filled with phrases like unlocking potential, which is really code for, yeah, we messed up, please relax. But fans don't care at all, not when their quarterback is turning football into straight artwork. Shedeur isn't just playing. He's performing, painting masterpieces with every step. The city is ready to crown him everything. King, captain, leader, whatever title fits the moment.
Takes that team all the way down. They score a touchdown. You're down by 2. You have to go for a 2-point conversion to tie it up. Why take Shedeur off the field? I think they did a direct snap and they tried to do a double reverse. And I think Quinshon Junkins had the ball in his hand. But like, why get tricky at that moment in the game? Just let your young QB, have a moment and push this game into overtime. I didn't understand that. Just overcomplicating the moment.
And now every coach in the league is glued to Browns game film like they're watching something supernatural on their screens. Defensive coordinators stare at the tape like they're looking at paranormal footage. Shedeur rolls out of the pocket, flicks his wrist, and launches passes that look like they're bending physics in real time. These throws don't just arrive. They glide into the exact spot like they knew their destination before they even left his hand. Entire defenses panic, ripping up their schemes and whispering small prayers into their clipboards, hoping they're not the next ones to get exposed. Overnight, the Browns turn into that team, the one nobody wants to see on the schedule. The one opponents pretend they're not scared of, even though they absolutely are. And the funniest part is, they didn't change anything except finally unleashing the right quarterback. Off the field, the front office is busy spinning their story like they masterminded this whole rise from the start. Suddenly, every delay, every odd decision, every strange call was part of the plan. Sure it was. Meanwhile, Stefanski's name starts floating around the league as coaching folklore, but not the flattering kind. His story becomes the cautionary tale you hear in team meetings, documentaries, and late-night coaching clinics. Don't pull a Stefanski, meaning don't overlook the quarterback who can turn your entire playbook into a history exhibit. Somewhere, he's probably sitting at home with his laptop open, watching Shedeur highlights flood every timeline, wondering if being a professional Shedeur witness counts as job experience.
Put your starting QB in.
Sometimes in play calling, you do overthink it, and I think that's sometimes you try to take stay a step ahead. But I think what he showed in this game today, his resiliency, bringing that football team back, and doing what he had to do today, I think was a great step in terms of his.
And if this is the baseline, Shedeur's in a good position as a young quarterback.
If you can help me with one nugget, this has been, again.
The wildest part is how effortlessly Shedeur keeps dominating. He isn't even sweating. He's tossing deep balls like he's skipping rocks across a lake, carving up defenses like he's grading homework with a red pen. His teammates can't stop talking about his calm control and that icy precision that makes defenders rethink their whole path. Some guys even joke that the NFL might need a patch update because Shedeur is clearly playing on a completely different difficulty level. The national spotlight gets hotter every week, and commentators are running out of vocabulary like their dictionary just expired live on air. They start with stats, move to comparisons, and then eventually give up and admit what everyone can already see. He's different. Every snap, every read, every laser throw is a reminder that underestimating a player built like this is the fastest way to get humbled on national TV. Back in Cleveland, the front office suddenly discovers humility like they found it in storage.
Exemplary in terms of detailing the process and the growth of a quarterback. The cautionary tale of a young quarterback and having him throw too much can yield what as a concern?
I think loss of confidence.
Yep.
I think that loss of confidence across the board, and I think that's something that we have seen in the last 25, 30 years of quarterbacks coming in and playing too much too early.
Yeah.
And Bill has explained it perfectly why under center works nicely in the young quarterback's 100%. Progress. All right, folks, there you have it, Jordan.
They're handing out credit in every interview like they invented patience. The same people who doubted Shedeur are now smiling for the cameras, acting like this was the master plan all along. As the season reaches the final stretch, the stakes skyrocket. and the Browns' story turns into pure cinematic chaos. The kind of script somebody scribbles on a napkin at 2 a.m. thinking, this might be a movie. It's messy, dramatic, unpredictable, and fans can feel history forming right in front of them. Not the media, not the analysts, not even the team expected the Rise to come together this perfectly. And through all the madness, Shedeur just keeps firing darts, keeps winning, keeps owning the field like it's built for him. He doesn't wait for permission to shine. Greatness shows up, takes over, and leaves a trail of highlight reels blazing behind it. Every week feels like a new chapter in a saga so unreal no Hollywood writer could have pitched it with a straight face. Analysts are out of words, their thesaurus practically waving a white flag. Opposing teams are out of excuses. And somehow, yes, those Browns, the team people used to pity, have become the matchup nobody wants when the clock gets tight. Fans go from cautious hope to full-blown dream mode. They start planning imaginary parade routes, sketching custom Shedeur hoodies like they work in the merch department. The whole city is buzzing, alive with belief, pride, and that rare feeling of, this might actually be real. Even lifelong fans who survived decades of heartbreak can't stop smiling.
Both ways, too. You allow the quarterback to develop and get better at the concepts over and over. It also allows you to evaluate if progress is being made. And this is somewhere that we want to stick. This is someone that we want to stick with as we start to learn and
see
grow
what they feel comfortable doing.
Absolutely. And so
then when the season cools down and all the noise finally settles, the truth hits like a lightning bolt. Shedeur Sanders didn't just play football out there. He rewrote the entire script. No long speeches, no political drama, no hype machine required. He was the spark, the ignition, the force that flipped everything on its head. He became the fuse that lit up a franchise stuck in the dark. And once it sparked, the whole thing erupted into pure fire. Every old idea of who he was supposed to be burned away in seconds. He didn't just prove himself. He reshaped the Browns from the inside out, breaking every limit and turning the team into living proof that greatness doesn't wait for an invitation. It explodes into the spotlight. As the lights fade and the season echoes across the league, one truth rises above everything like a banner in the sky. This wasn't a moment. This was the beginning of an era. The city feels it deep in its bones. Fans feel it pounding in their hearts. Even the loudest doubters can't hide from what's real anymore. Shedeur Sanders didn't just make history. He became the history people will talk about for years. Cleveland's heartbeat is different now. Louder, stronger, unstoppable. The story may pause right here, but you can already feel the next chapter loading up, ready to blast the field wide open all over again. If you felt this journey, hit subscribe, drop a like, share it, and leave a comment because this saga is only warming up, and you do not want to miss what comes next.